Sure, because I started to dissect it more. They're 2 years away from winning a Super Bowl. Why? Because you don't think the quarterback's experienced enough? That's what he's saying. Tell me I'm wrong. Quarterback is young. He thinks the reason that the Eagles won't win the Super Bowl this year is because of Jalen Hurts. He just didn't want to say it in Philly. Welcome back. National Football Show, your boy Big Sills. And in hour number 3, I know some of the guys have been hitting on with our friend Howard Balzer. And Howard's going to jump on with us in hour 3. He's got a brand new gig, by the way. He covers the Cardinals now. Hall of Fame voter. And he's now with GoPhoenix.com. And he's also, like I said, one of the, I think it's 45 NFL Hall of Fame voters that is in the sport. He covers now the Cardinals for the team. So we'll have him and we'll get his thoughts. And he's got some new information also on Zach Ertz and also J.J. Watt that I want to get out there too. So I asked him a question about J.J. Watt and his status for this weekend. He says it looks like it's pretty good. So we'll talk to him. That'll be in hour 3 at 5:30 Eastern time, and we'll get his thoughts in on that. So McNabb says your Super Bowl window's 2 years away, or your chance to win a Super Bowl is 2 years from now. Why would he say that? And take personality out of it. Is he right? You don't have the experience at the quarterback position. Maybe that's one of the reasons he's saying it. Because your O-line, I think, has the experience. A lot of those dudes were on that 17 team. Some guys on the defense were on that 17 team. Is he saying it because Hurts is not ready? You think he's aiming at, and you think that take is aimed at Jalen? What other possible reason would it be? Did McNabb take a shot at Jalen Hurts? What other reason would it be? We got the receivers. You got the tight end. You surely have the O-line. Your defense is what possibly? You're not that young, Danny. You're not as young as you think you are. You're not. Your center and your right tackle in the next 4 years will retire. Kelsey's gone after this year. Lane's probably gone in 3. What is he, 34? I mean, Fletcher is getting up there in age. You're not as young as you think you are, especially in that O-line. Left side you are. You think he took a shot at Jalen Hurts? Right? Sure, because I started to dissect it more. They're 2 years away from winning a Super Bowl. Why? Because you don't think the quarterback's experienced enough? That's what he's saying. Tell me I'm wrong. Quarterback is young. He thinks the reason that the Eagles won't win the Super Bowl this year is because of Jalen Hurts. He just didn't want to say it in Philly the way I say it. But he said it on WIP, and you know it. You know he said it. They're 2 years away. And then he come up with this other bullshit and how he framed it. But you know he meant it, that the quarterback's not experienced enough. You know he meant that. How come nobody calls him out on that? Because of Jalen? No, it's because they haven't played together and this and that. Well, then he thinks the 4-0 start's a fraud. I don't. I think they have a shot. Just so you know, I disagree with Donovan McNabb. I disagree with him. Shocking. You've got to sit on the side with Sills here on this. I think he's taking shots at Jalen. Jeremiah, no, McNabb is petty. he picks and chooses who he goes on with because he knows that someone will ask him a question that he probably doesn't like. And you see, can I tell you who he is? He's like the press secretary at the White House, picking and choosing who she wants to talk to because they know hard questions are coming. That's who McNabb is. And that's going on with Howard. Or I'm not going on with this guy because they'll ask me too hard a question. Because he knows, man, his question could be questioned every year he played. Every year he played. Because of the pettiness and the bullshit that he had when he ran the team. McNabb is a lollipop. I agree. He's too sensitive. That's right. That's why he handpicks who he goes on with. So getting McNabb to say anything, that's why he knew he wouldn't get any pushback from the person that said that. And then he said it too. Dude, because I told you, I started my show out talking about McNabb here. And me saying that I happen to disagree with Colin Cowherd and Donovan McNabb. But McNabb took a shot at Jalen Hurts in a subtle way. See, Sills is not subtle. What in the world would you have a reason? Oh, they just don't play together. What? Joe Burrow, he took the Bengals to the Super Bowl in a year and a half of football. What kind of togetherness did they need there? Joe Burrow went to the Patrick Mahomes went to the Super Bowl in his second year. Or was it his first year he went? I forget. Well, what was he talking about with that? Oh, you probably know he hates Mahomes because Reed took Mahomes further. Or Mahomes took Reed further. Any way you want to look at it. Probably hates Patrick Mahomes because Andy got it done with him. Andy didn't get it done with McNabb. McNabb has to be the most pettiest guy in Philadelphia sports history. What a like really wormy guy. Really wormy guy. Deshaun Jackson sucks. Jalen's not ready. The team's not ready. Dude, we can come up with a ton of examples of young quarterbacks. What year? Hey, let me ask you this. What year was Brady when Brady went to the Super Bowl? Was it his second year starting or his first year starting with the Patriots? How about when Kurt Warner? So wait a minute. Here's McNabb's philosophy. They're 2 years away with playing with one another. So Trent Green's the starting quarterback in St. Louis. And they're getting ready for the regular season. Final exhibition year game happens, and Trent Green goes down. They put in Kurt Warner, who had been a cast-off and cut by 5 different teams. They put him in, they win the Super Bowl. What togetherness did they need? What togetherness did they need? Oh, you got to play a couple of years together and, formulate. He's such a, damn, man. What a shitty comment on Jalen. Dude, and the Philly media doesn't really attack the guy because he was taking a shot at Hurts. You don't need 2-3 years to be a Super Bowl contender. Oh, wait, here. Last year when Stafford went to the Rams and he spent 12 shitty years in Detroit, they needed to play about 2 or 3 years together, before they can really understand one another. Stafford wins a Super Bowl in his first year. Kupp looks like he's like the next Jerry Rice. Hey, you got some winner there, McNabb, man. Well, we got to play together here and mold it here. 2-3 years from now, they'll be a contender. What? See, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to break that shit down for you. You know what he meant, man. How come none of you pointed that out? It was a shot at Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts needs 2 more years, he thinks. He thinks Jalen's not ready. He thinks that 4-0 start of years is fool's gold. Remember, he started 4-0 in 2004. Am I right when I say that? Did that 04 team start out 4-0? Okay. Did he start out 0-4? Or, excuse me, 4-0? You see, when you're a veteran guy and you're a great leader, you're hoping for people to supersede shit that you did. It's like being a parent. You hope your kids do more than you. You pray for that, or at least if you're a good parent, you do. You hope your kids supersede your life. Greater person, better parent, better in life, better at making all of that. Your whole, I am. McNabb's not hoping for. You think McNabb is rooting for them to win the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts? Do you really think? Hey, I'd like to know what his feelings were in 2017 when Foles delivered it. I'd really like to know what he thought of that. McNabb's one of those guys that says this, hey, that's a great win. I could have did that too. Instead of going like this, congratulations, guys. Way to go, man. You won one for Philly. Great. It's great to see and be part of it. And be part of the organization. Congratulations. I would say that. Instead, he's like, well, I could have did it. Yeah, but you didn't. They were 7-0 in 04? Oh, he totally hates what's going on right now then. Because he thinks I think this team, some of you may be right. They may get to 10-0. You ever wonder why McNabb doesn't come around the facility? Because people know he's a crab. He's not a stand-up human being. I happen to agree with that. Seals, do you think it's time to panic in Washington? Hey, are you talking about government or are you talking about the Commanders? Hey, GT, the Commanders or our government? Okay, I mean, you let me know. I don't know, man. James says Dan's logic is undeniable. All you have to do is listen to him. I went back and listened to that interview again last night and said, this guy's taking a shot at Jalen Hurts. The only guy on that team that hasn't really had the experience is the quarterback. How about this? The quarterback position is the least experienced position on the team. That's what he's saying. Oh, you got to play together for a couple of years. And that's why I pointed out this. Man, Mahomes went to the Super Bowl and won it in year 2. Brady, in first year starting, went to the Super Bowl. The guy in Cincinnati took the shitty Bengals to the Super Bowl. Missed the first year, half the year, because of an knee injury, came back the next year and put that team in the Super Bowl. Stafford needed 1 year. This guy, you got to play together 2 years and this and that. And, hey, quarterback's not ready. The quarterback's not ready. And no one calls out McNabb for that. Okay? Jalen. Dude, I am not you're wrong if you think I hate on him like McNabb does. I do not. That is not true. Donovan is already upset Jalen is going to be better than him. And Philadelphia loves Jalen too. Right. Xander's right. McNabb's a bitter dude because it didn't go better for him. Here's another example. You have the most bitterest quarterbacks I've ever seen in Randall Cunningham and in Donovan McNabb. Those are two bitter dudes. You know why? Because you guys criticized them. You criticized them. Jalen takes the criticism and it's like water off his back. He don't care. He actually feeds off it. He actually feeds off it. Okay? Billy Cunningham was bitter on the media, not the fans. Not the fans. You criticized him, but that wasn't the real issue. It was more the media on him. Donovan couldn't take both. Okay? Donovan couldn't take both. GT goes, McNabb was the best quarterback we have had so far. Completely true. But he's got Aaron Rodgers' personality. Bitter, self-centered, not a really great teammate. Same guy. But there's a lot of those guys. Yeah, that's a great call. Xander's right. McNabb is Rodgers without a ring. He's Rodgers without a ring. Great player. Yes. What's this with McNabb? Great player. Right on. Could throw the ball. Right. Accomplished. Somewhat. Yeah. Going to 4 straight AFC title games. You know what, though? That's more of a product of Andy. You know why I say that? Andy's doing it in Kansas City. He's doing the same shit in Kansas City. You know, when you repeat history, I got to give it to the guy that's at the new place. I mean, how many straight AFC championship games has they gone to? What is it, 4 now? What do they go, 5? I mean, you have to kind of look at Andy Reid and go, it's got to be Big Red here a little bit. Okay, Big Red, right? McNabb can't touch Rodgers' talent. No. Hey, quite frankly, Philly, Brady can't either. But Brady's a better player. It's crazy. I know, it's a contradiction. Wait a minute, Sills. Aaron Rodgers is better talent. Throws the ball better, sees the game better. Have all that when it comes to winning now. 2 minutes left in the game. You ain't taking that guy over that dude down in Tampa. That ain't working. Okay, that's like going like this on a 10-foot putt. You got Tiger, you got Phil. I'm taking Tiger. I'm taking Tiger in his prime, man. I might even take Tiger bad wheel. Right? Yeah, but Mahomes helps. So you thought a guy out of Texas Tech was going to turn into that. Okay. So wait a minute. So you think Chip Kelly would be winning in Kansas City with Mahomes? I don't. I don't. Dude, McNabb goes on the Philadelphia airwaves, taking small little shots. They're going to get, hey, by the way, the more he wins, the more shots you're going to start hearing. McNabb's not one to give pats on the back for other people doing great things. That ain't who he is. He's not giving a guy a pat on the back. Dude, Terrell Owens is the greatest receiver in Philadelphia Eagle history. And he hated him. And by the way, Brady played with a murderer and a guy, AB, who's bipolar. I mean, you had a murderer and bipolar in your locker room and actually lockering next to you. And he won. Hey, Brady one day's got to write a book on that. Hey, I had a murderer next to me and I had AB, a bipolar dude. Oh, man, Brady still won. Rodgers ain't playing with that shit, man. Watch this. You liked Irvin Fryer? Yeah, he ain't T.O., though. Okay? No, JM. Irvin Fryer played longer. Terrell Owens had the greatest wide receiving year in Philadelphia Eagle history. And I don't know if I count the big fella, Carmichael, because he was kind of a hybrid tight end wideout, man. 6'9", you don't defend that, right? 5'8" DB ain't defending Harold Carmichael. That's 6'7". That's not happening. Hey, Gordon, I'll leave that to you, my friend. Oh, man. Hey, just without the welfare. Hey, watch this. All I can say to you, Gordon, is this on Brett Favre. Excuse me, Brett, what do you want? You want bologna? Or do you just want cheese? I'll take grape Kool-Aid and I'll have a bologna sandwich. Is that my lunch? Yeah, and here's some corn. Oh, and here's some applesauce. And where do I sit? In your cell. What do you mean where you sit? You sit in your cell. Here's your apple juice. or your applesauce. Here's your corn, your bologna sandwich. By the way, it's not toasted either. And only on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you get cheese. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you get grape Kool-Aid. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, you get cherry Kool-Aid. Okay? Oh, and know this. Twice a month, you get to walk in the yard. That's what Paul Crew Farm's doing in the next couple weeks. Hour 3 coming up. Our friend Howard Balzer now working with the Cardinals, who covers that football team. Big game this weekend. Please hit the like button. Keep it here on the National Football Show.